Hello Gemini, welcome to your April 2017 Love and General Tarot card readings. Thank you so much for being here. I did do a little talking head video. Please check it out, talking about my readings. I will be doing a general reading for April, be published probably in the next week or so, hopefully. Yes, but let's just go ahead and get started, okay? Also, this is my Tarot of Delphi deck. I don't know if it's in print anymore, but please feel free to check it out on Amazon if you want. The Hero of Swords. Empress reverse. Ten of Coins reverse. Well, I just did a doozy of a reading for Taurus, so this one seems to be better, which is good. I feel bad about publishing that one for Taurus, but whatever, it just is what it is. I'm loving the Hero of Swords in this deck, in this reading for you. It's beautiful, it's lovely. It's so important for you, Gemini, to reach out to the people that you love and that you care about, because I feel that there is someone that is feeling quite upside down. You seem to be a little bit in more control, a little bit in more power. You have a level of compassion about you and feeling and caring and goodness. And like there's a beauty about you right now that I think a lot of people need and that most people are not feeling within themselves. And I think you're very, very lucky to have this energy come out in the center of the reading, because honestly, it's been a super tough month for a lot of people. We had the eclipse in Pisces. We were moving into a Venus retrograde, which we have right now. And then we're moving into a Mars or a Mercury retrograde, which is going to be tough as well. So feel blessed, I think, that you are coming out in this manner. Doesn't mean you're immune. You've got some stuff here going on as well. But the person in your life, this Empress, whoever this is, I think is really needing you to validate them. They really need you to say something and do something and be there for them, okay? Please don't be afraid to show someone how much you care and how much you appreciate them, okay? Super, super important. There's no need for this detachment or this selectivity, right? And I think there needs to be a level of focus, almost to a level of fixation on this person if you care about them, right? If you're totally single and this is maybe someone you're interested in or have never dated or just a couple dates or whatever, they may almost retreat as well, or they may go distant, or they may go quiet, right? They may go dark, as they say. It's not because of you. They're kind of on their own little journey, okay? And they kind of have something going on with them, and they're not going to be very openly expressive. They're not going to be as friendly or as fun, or, you know, and you have the Ten of Coins here, which is connecting both of you. And and if you are in a relationship, there may be some sort of a sense of loss going on, or again, detachment, right? Detachment is tough. In a relationship when two people just don't feel like talking, or they just don't feel like being together, or they just don't feel like giving the other person something that they actually really need, because it won't be reciprocated. I think there might be a fear of reciprocity. If you give to them, they won't give back to you. Well, it's likely that they won't, but it's likely that they need what you're giving them as well. And it's a true test of your unconditional love, right? Loving without receiving love. And that's hard. And that's one of the tests of being a human that we kind of go through almost every day, And it may feel like one person is exerting so much more energy than the other, and one person is putting in so much more or investing so much more than the other. There will be a level of, or a moment of lack of balance. Maybe you're experiencing that now, or you have been over the past couple weeks. And I think the pathway is a little bit unclear. Like where this is going is unclear. Where's the guidance? Where's the light at the end of the tunnel? I don't know, but I have faith that I need to keep going. You know what I mean? The moon in the reversal can be a little bit challenging at times in a love reading, because it's just one of those things where you don't have a choice but to have faith. That's your only option, right? Because you don't have a time machine. You can't travel into the future and see what happens. You know, like you really have to just go with the flow. I saw a meme today on, I don't know if it really applies. It's just something I guess I want to share on Instagram. And it was like a picture of two people, and it was like, I really hope my parallel universe self is doing okay. But at the same moment, they were both kind of feeling sad and feeling a little bit frustrated, you know. And that's kind of like what's going on with you and your partner, I think, is you're kind of like, I really hope that person is doing okay, but you're both feeling a little bit melancholy, you're both feeling a little bit sad, and there's a reflection of that in one another, you know. And it was there's no need for that, right? I think the temperance here is kind of a little bit something that you can do something about. It's not dependent on the universe. It's not dependent on your surroundings or the energy around you. Temperance is something that I think you can achieve by giving. There is a strong message of giving here, and I think that by you giving and you reaching out, and even if you're just dating someone and they're kind of, like I said, they went dark or they're kind of like, you know, I think a text message, hey, how are you? Let's grab some coffee. Or hey, how are you? Just thinking about you. I hope everything's okay, you know. And I think that they will be hesitant to open up. They will be hesitant to talk. But just knowing that you're going to be there for them, for whatever it is that they need, I think will mean so much more than you ever possibly could know. I'm actually really loving the shipwreck here, which is equivalent to the tower. Some sort of sudden change, right? It's almost as though the fixation or, you know, the self-involvement, because I think a lot of people right now are very self-involved, and they are very like just looking at themselves and looking at their own misery and being a little bit whiny and crying and complaining, and we're all just kind of like in this Debbie Downer mode right now. And you may be feeling that, your person of interest, significant other may be feeling that, and you're both kind of like separate in your own kind of way. But again, it's also narcissistic. And like, who are we to focus so much on our petty little problems, right? If we all just looked outside of ourselves and we all just looked at the people around us that we love and we just reached out to see how they were doing, maybe our problems and our things wouldn't feel so dramatic, and they wouldn't feel so big and so grand, you know what I mean? And if we all could just tap in or get a little bit closer to this idea of giving love without expecting it to come back to us, you know, imagine how much better our relationships could be. Now, there's obviously a point where someone just takes and takes and takes and takes, right? I mean, there needs to be balance on some level, but this is a temporary reading. It's just for right now. It's not the end all be all. And right now, people need you. Like you are a very dutiful person. You have a lot of obligations, and it's really time for you to step up and fulfill those obligations, okay? And I think by doing this, there's going to be some sort of a massive, I'll use the word massive, some sort of a massive shift that will occur. Because these three cards here, squaring each other, are so beautiful. I love the tower. I love the shipwreck. It's like one of my favorite cards. And while it can be challenging, while it can be, you know, bring about temporary suffering, it is leading to the Ten of Cups, which is ultimate fulfillment and ultimate joy and happiness. the shipwreck can also be, and it's weird because I do dailies on Instagram, or I try to do dailies, and I pulled this out today, and the way it was speaking to me is similar to the way it's speaking to me now. Maybe it's self-fulfilling prophecy, I don't know, but it's like self-criticism, but needed self-criticism, where you admit something that is real and true about yourself, that is something that requires change. And I'm wondering if you are recognizing some sort of self-centeredness, or recognizing some self-absorption, or something like, I've been so focused on me, I've been so much doing my thing that I kind of turn my back on the people that I love, and maybe not in a dramatic way. Again, this is actually quite mild, especially compared to the Taurus reading I just did. And so it's not like you completely left your family. It's not like it's all this huge thing, but sometimes we do just get so caught up in the things that we are doing and our own life and our own problems, that we just forget that other people are doing kind of the same thing. So now is a really good time to reconnect, right? And temperance, it is about balance, and it is about moderation, and about like head versus heart balance and equilibrium and all this. But it's just a general message of peace and tranquility as well, which is so needed right now. And that is the power that you have. And so many signs are just like, there's just a lot going on. And for you to sort of be the peacemaker, Gemini, that's not usually your role. Like normally I would assign that to like a Libra, right, who needs balance and justice and all of this. They're a little bit more of the peacemakers of the zodiac. But right now I think that responsibility lies on you. And I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised at the blessings that you will receive by doing this. That's your task for the month, Gemini. Your task to just reach out and see how everyone's doing, and to extend love and help and lend an ear to those that need one. A lot of people are tired. A lot of people are tired. I don't see you being so tired. Maybe you are, but I don't know. I feel like you have something to offer right now that most people don't. One more. The Enchantress of Coins, the Nine of Coins, the High Priestess reversed, Three of Coins. I'm sorry, I just got a little bit of a chill pulling out this Ace of Wands on top of the shipwreck, or on top of the tower, because it's just like, it's like new change, and it's exciting, and it's like that realization or that moment of acceptance and understanding that something needs to change, and then it changes, right? And actually for you, this is the most movement I have seen in any of the readings I've done thus far, and I only have 3 left. So I mean, honestly, the Siren in the reverse, this is weird. I pulled out a lot of these cards for the Taurus reading, and I definitely shuffled my deck. So there's something happening maybe in the Taurus Gemini realm, since you're just one right after another, that's kind of going on. But your energies are like opposite. In Taurus, these were all reversed, except for this one. Anyway, sorry, I know you're not Taurus. It's just so weird. Sometimes it just is kind of spooky like that. And, I feel like as though there's an element of letting go of the control that you have, or letting go of stuff, right? And here's the communication, here's the offering being offered to that person. And now you're coming out as the Enchantress of Coins. It's definitely your energy in the center here. So, I mean, the center is always the person I'm doing the reading for. And it's you, and you're coming out in a very, I mean, Hero of Swords in a normal deck, I would have a very different definition. But in this deck, I read it very differently. And Hero of Swords with the Enchantress of Coins is such a powerful force, and you have the mind and the practicality here with the swords and the coins. And the Enchantress of Coins part is really almost like a commanding energy, more so than I would normally feel. Commanding and sort of like a beckoning energy as well. It's a card of manifestation. And I think you have a lot of power in you right now to manifest the results that you want, all right? I think there's a lot that's in your control about how you're feeling. If you're feeling separated or detached, or if you're feeling lonely or stuck or anything like that, it's really in your power to make those, and it is anyway, normally, but I really see you taking the reins, right? I see you grabbing those and really directing your chariot in the proper direction, wherever it is that you want to go, and that you will get the results that you want. It's time for you to maybe stop playing a little game with yourself, or stop really doing the pity party thing, and just accept that you have a lot to offer, and just accept that you have a lot of love to offer and to give, okay? And I think that once you do that, I'm seeing like a total turnaround of the Empress coming in the Nine of Coins. It's like a directionality thing almost, with the coins all lined up here. And the coins here. Seeing this as being communication, as being reaching out, right? And having your partner or the person you're interested in doing almost like a complete 180. Because I often see the Empress, Nine of Coins, and the Enchantress of Coins. Often I do see them as being very similar. And I think that you may see similarities in you and your, being reflected in yourself. Like I said, kind of about that meme. It's things that are being reflected in you. And by making them feel better, you will in turn make yourself feel better. And it will ease a lot of this stress that I think a lot of people, it will ease the tension. And you will have an opportunity to leave things behind. And you will, it's like once we get so comfortable looking at ourselves, we get so comfortable just kind of focusing on our own stuff. But here you are leaving. Eight of Cups is that message of leaving the comfort zone behind and kind of going in uncharted territory, and embracing that vulnerability with the Moon here, and embracing the familiar, and even breaking traditional patterns, and not feeling tempted to fall or to falter. This shipwreck is an incredibly powerful inevitability in your life right now. And like I said, it could be in the form of self-criticism, or it could be in the form of loss or the threat of loss. And that criticism is going to really push you to fix that thing about yourself that you don't like, or push you to go out of your comfort zone. I think this has a lot to do with you and how you're acting towards your partner. And you are going to be the one that's the most challenged here by really by tapping into that unconditional love self, the way you love a child or an infant, right? And it's just like so much love that you can give, but they can't really give back. You know what I mean? And so it's like loving without expectation. And I think it's really going to change a lot for you. It's going to be kind of a turning point or a little bit of a pivotal moment for you. You might not exactly know where it's going, or you might not see the result right away. But in turn, it's going to, because I see this as being like something that 5 of coins, I see it as being how do I just explain this? Because they're all kind of connected, right? It's almost as though the 5 of coins, that energy of isolation or being alone or whatever, is a part of this comfort zone that you are leaving, right? Like there's something about this familiar feeling or rejection or whatever it is. There's something about that familiar feeling that is leaving you, and it's subsiding, and you no longer want to be comfortable there. You no longer want to be this particular version of yourself. And with this shift, not only will it make your relationship stronger, not only will it bring or attract this person if you're single, it will in turn, like, I'm going to be super dramatic, but not really, but I feel like you are going to have a life-changing something that happens, okay? It doesn't have to be, like something so big, like you quit an addiction and your life has changed forever, right? But it's like a self-realization that will forever shape or transform how you go about doing things in the future. It's kind of a big deal, but like not really, but kind of. And like the siren or the devil in the reversal with the moon, like it's all that going into the darkness and not knowing, with no expectations and having no idea what you're going to get out of it. You have the high priestess in the reversal, which again is like this more secret, like more almost like the detachment level. And I feel like, sorry, I'm all over the board, but there's just so it's such a powerful thing, and I'm just having a hard time formulating the words. But the Venus retrograde often brings about an alignment between the heart and the mind. And maybe I said this in the beginning, I don't remember, where the mind becomes a little bit more logical or more emotional, and the heart becomes a little more logical. And somehow you kind of find that groove and kind of are finding that equilibrium there. I really am seeing that happening, actually quite in a very like a really significant way for you, Gemini. You may be feeling this a little bit more than I originally anticipated. And you may have a better hold or a better grasp of what's happening than most people right now. And like seriously, lean into that. Have compassion for people and lean into it, because I really think that you have a lot of insight to give, and you can kind of help and guide people in the right direction, especially if you're in a committed relationship. Like, be there for your person. Be there for them. I love this high priestess. There's something so like magical and mystical about her. And so much red, right? Like I feel like you're the love, right? The love, the red, the passion, the deep running emotions. It's almost as though you expect that person to know how you feel just anyway, but you really need to show them. I'm saying the same things over and over now, so I'm going to probably stop the reading here because I don't really have anything new to say. But it's important for you to show them, because I don't think they see it. I think in some way they are blind or oblivious to really how you feel about them. And it's important for you to be clear about that. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to just let you go with that. That was actually a really more powerful than I was expecting. I wish you nothing but the best this coming April, and thank you for watching. I will see you next month. Bye.